Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel! You know how much I love taking something old and making it new again? There's something so satisfying about taking a space and making it your own. But I'll be the first to admit, renovations can be a little scary, especially if you're not prepared. Over the years, Chip and I have learned a lot through trial and error. Trust me, we've had our fair share of oops moments. But that's how you learn, right? And that's what I'm here to share with y'all today. We're gonna dive deep into the most common renovation mistakes people make, and more importantly, how to avoid them altogether. So whether you're thinking about tackling your first fixer-upper, or you're a seasoned pro, stick around because this video is packed with tips and tricks to help you make your renovation dreams a reality, without the stress. Now I know you're probably itching to grab that sledgehammer and start knocking down walls, but trust me on this one, a little planning goes a long way. Before you even think about picking up a paintbrush, you need a solid plan. Think of it like this. You wouldn't start baking a cake without a recipe, right? It's the same with renovations. Start by jotting down everything you want to achieve. What's your vision for the space? Do you want to open up the kitchen and living room, add a walk-in shower to the bathroom, write it all down, then create a timeline? Be realistic about how long things will take and build in some wiggle room for unexpected hiccups. And speaking of hiccups, let's talk budget. This is where things can get tricky, so we'll dive deeper into that in the next chapter. Okay, let's talk money, honey. Renovations can be expensive, there's no getting around it. But the last thing you want is to be caught off guard by hidden costs or unexpected expenses. That's why having a realistic budget is essential. Start by listing every single item you'll need, from the big stuff like appliances and countertops to the smaller details like cabinet hardware and light fixtures. Get quotes from multiple suppliers and contractors so you can compare prices. And here's the secret sauce: always, and I mean always, factor in a contingency fund. Think of it as your renovation safety net. Aim for around 15 to 20% of your total budget to cover those unexpected surprises that inevitably pop up. Trust me, it's better to have it and not need it than the other way around. I know, dealing with permits and regulations might not be the most glamorous part of the renovation process, but it's absolutely crucial. Trust me, the last thing you want is to finish your dream kitchen only to find out it doesn't meet building codes. Before you start swinging that hammer, do your homework. Check with your local building department to find out what permits you need for your specific project. They can vary depending on where you live and the scope of your renovation. It's always better to be safe than sorry, so if you're unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask for help. A little bit of research up front can save you a whole lot of headaches down the road. Chapter 4. Hiring the wrong contractors. Finding your dream team. Choosing the right contractor can make or break your renovation. You're trusting them with your home, so you want to make sure you're putting it in good hands. Think of it like assembling a team of experts. You want people who are skilled, reliable, and share your vision. Start by asking for recommendations from friends, family, or neighbors who have recently completed renovations. Once you have a few names, do your research. Check online reviews, look at their portfolio of past projects, and schedule interviews with each contractor. Don't be afraid to ask questions about their experience, communication style, and how they handle unexpected issues. Chapter 5. Poor time management, staying on schedule, and sane. Time management is key in any renovation project. Without it, things can quickly spiral out of control. Remember that timeline we talked about in Chapter 1? Well, now it's time to put it into action. Break down your project into smaller, more manageable phases and assign realistic deadlines for each one. Be mindful of lead times for ordering materials and coordinate with your contractors to ensure everyone is on the same page. And here's a little tip I've learned along the way. Build in some buffer time. Things happen, deliveries get delayed, and unexpected issues arise. Having a little wiggle room in your schedule will help you stay on track and avoid unnecessary stress. Chapter 6. Skimping on quality materials. Investing in lasting beauty. I know it can be tempting to cut corners and go with the cheapest materials, especially when you're working with a tight budget. But believe me, when it comes to renovations, quality truly does matter. Think about the areas of your home that get the most wear and tear, like the kitchen and bathrooms. Investing in durable, high-quality materials for these spaces will save you money in the long run. Remember, your home is an investment. Choosing quality materials not only enhances its beauty and functionality, but it also adds value to your property. So don't be afraid to splurge a little on those timeless pieces that will stand the test of time. It's easy to get caught up in the aesthetics of a renovation, but don't forget about the most important aspect: functionality. A beautiful home is wonderful, but a functional home is even better. Before you finalize your design, think about how you actually live in your space. Do you love to cook? Then prioritize ample counter space and storage in the kitchen. Is a relaxing spa-like bathroom your dream? Then focus on creating a serene and functional retreat. Remember, your home should work for you, not against you. By considering your lifestyle and needs, you can create a space that is both beautiful and functional. Lighting is like the jewelry of a room. It has the power to transform a space from drab to fab in an instant. But all too often, it's an afterthought in the renovation process. When planning your lighting, think about layers. Ambient lighting provides overall illumination. Task lighting is perfect for specific areas like countertops and workspaces. And accent lighting adds drama and highlights architectural features. Don't forget about natural light. Maximize natural light by incorporating large windows, skylights, or even mirrors strategically placed to bounce light around the room. Trust me, a little natural light goes a long way in creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. I love adding personal touches to make a house a home, but when it comes to renovations, it's important to strike a balance between personal style and timeless design. Incorporate your personality through furniture, artwork, and accessories, things that can be easily changed. But for permanent fixtures like flooring, countertops, and cabinetry, opt for classic and neutral choices that will stand the test of time. Remember, trends come and go, but timeless design is forever. By choosing classic elements, you'll create a space that is both stylish and enduring. Clutter has a way of creeping into our lives, doesn't it? But with a little planning, you can create a home that is both stylish and organized. The key is to maximize storage wherever possible. Think vertically. Incorporate tall cabinets that extend to the ceiling, install floating shelves, and utilize the often overlooked space above doors and windows. Don't forget about hidden storage solutions. Underbed storage, built-in hampers in the laundry room, and ottomans with hidden compartments are all great ways to maximize space and keep things tidy. Now I'm all for a good DIY project. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of tackling a project yourself. But it's important to be honest about your skill set and know your limits. Some tasks like painting, tiling, or even installing a backsplash are great for DIY beginners. But when it comes to more complex projects like electrical work, plumbing, or structural changes, it's best to leave those to the professionals. Remember, safety first. If you're unsure about something, don't be afraid to ask for help. It's better to be safe than sorry. Choosing the right paint color can make a world of difference in a room, but it can also be one of the most challenging decisions. The way a color looks on a tiny paint chip can be drastically different from how it appears on your walls. Always, and I mean always, test your paint colors in the actual room you'll be painting. Paint large swatches on different walls and observe them throughout the day as the light changes. Consider how the color will look with your flooring, furniture, and artwork. A little testing goes a long way in ensuring you end up with a color you love. Proper ventilation is crucial for a healthy and comfortable home, especially in areas prone to moisture like kitchens and bathrooms. Inadequate ventilation can lead to mold growth, unpleasant odors, and even health problems. Make sure your kitchen has a properly vented range hood to remove cooking fumes and excess moisture. Install exhaust fans in bathrooms to prevent mildew and keep the air fresh. If you live in a humid climate, consider investing in a dehumidifier to remove excess moisture from the air. Remember, good ventilation is essential for a happy and healthy home. The floor plan is the foundation of your home's functionality. A well-designed floor plan should create a natural flow between rooms and make the space feel open and inviting. If you're working with an existing floor plan, consider removing walls to create a more open concept. But before you start tearing down walls, consult with a structural engineer to ensure it's safe to do so. Use furniture placement to define areas within an open floor plan. Rugs, sofas, and even lighting can help create visual boundaries and define different zones. Don't neglect the exterior of your home. First impressions matter, and your home's curb appeal is the first thing people see. A little love on the outside can go a long way in enhancing your home's value and making it the envy of the neighborhood. A fresh coat of paint in a welcoming color can work wonders. Add some landscaping to enhance the entrance, and don't forget about outdoor lighting. A well-lit pathway and a few strategically placed spotlights can make your home look warm and inviting. Remember, your outdoor space is an extension of your home, so make it a place you love to spend time in. While they may not be the most glamorous aspects of a renovation, updating your electrical and plumbing systems is essential, especially in older homes. Outdated systems can pose safety hazards and lead to costly repairs down the road. If you're planning a major renovation, have a qualified electrician and plumber inspect your existing systems. They can identify any potential issues and recommend necessary upgrades. Upgrading to energy-efficient appliances and fixtures not only saves you money on your utility bills, but also reduces your environmental impact. It's a win-win. We often focus so much on the visual aspects of a renovation that we forget about sound. But acoustics play a crucial role in creating a comfortable and peaceful living environment. Incorporate sound-absorbing materials like rugs, curtains, upholstered furniture, and even acoustic panels to minimize echoes and reduce noise levels. Seal any gaps around windows and doors to prevent sound from traveling between rooms. If you're building new walls, consider using soundproof drywall or insulation to further reduce noise transfer. Renovations can be challenging, there's no denying that. Delays happen, unexpected issues arise, and sometimes things just don't go according to plan. That's why it's so important to go into the process with realistic expectations. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Renovations take time, so be patient and try to enjoy the process. Celebrate the small victories and focus on the progress you're making. And most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's from a professional or a friend who's been through a renovation, a little support can go a long way. Congratulations, y'all, you've made it to the end of our renovation journey. I hope you feel empowered and inspired to tackle your own projects with confidence. Remember, creating a home you love is a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And most importantly, have fun with the process. Now go out there and make your dream home a reality. I can't wait to see what you create. Happy renovating!